Hello people, welcome to my channel Physio Guide by Divya. Today I am going to teach about fracture and types of fracture, pattern, atypical fractures. Okay. Now what is the definition of it? Fracture. Fracture is a break in the surface of the bone. Break surface of the bone across its cortex. Cortex means that outer surface of the bone which protects the internal cavity. Okay, or through its articular surfaces. Articular surfaces means where two bones meet, connection between two bones. Okay, so if there is any break in the outer surface cortex or where two bones meet articular surface, it's called as a fracture, we'll call. Now what is dislocation? Dislocation means it's a complete or persistent displacement. Displacement means moving from one place, that joint. Okay, here there will be joint. Okay, this is fracture more severe, less. This is more less. Okay, this is next more serious one, dislocation. Dislocation means it's a complete or persistent displacement, break of the joint. Here joint in which at least part of the supporting capsules and some ligaments are disrupted. Okay, now subluxation, it's a partial. This is complete, no, this is partial. Complete partial dislocation of joint. This also is joint only. Okay, now sprain is a temporary, this is temporary subluxation of the joint and its articular surfaces returns to normal alignment. Okay, now strain means it is a tear in the muscle, tendon also we can say. Okay, now fracture is divided into simple, closed fracture, compound, open, complete and incomplete fractures. Okay, now simple is also called as closed fracture. It is a, this is a closed fracture. In this, the bone can break within its soft tissue envelope inside and may not communicate to the external. Means we cannot see outside any break like that. Inside only there will be break of soft tissue envelopes only. Okay, so there is swelling we can see in closed fracture. This is a open or compound fracture. Here it is exposing the bone, exposing to the external atmosphere. See here and here the bone is exposing to external atmosphere. How this fractures will occur means due to first directly by RTA cases, road traffic accident, road accidents. Okay, indirectly by any muscle pull. Okay, due to that extent pattern of the muscle pull, there will be this fracture. Okay, this is also one example of simple means closed fracture. See here there is a break and here it's not, the blood is not coming outside, inside only we can see the damage. Here the blood is coming outside, means open fracture. This is compound fracture. Here the more damage, so blood is oozing outside. This is the compound fracture. See, now next one, incomplete fracture means the fracture is not complete. It involves only one surface or only one cortex outer surface only. It's not complete fracture. Complete fracture means here the fracture involves entire bone is got fractured. A complete fracture could be undisplaced or displaced. See like this complete fracture. This is based on the pattern of fractures. They are linear, comminuted, segmental, bone loss. See, these are the type of fractures based on the fracture pattern. First one is a transverse. See, this one is a transverse type. The fracture which forms an angle less than 30 degrees with a horizontal line is called transverse. Okay, this is spiral, like this cut. Okay, now this one is oblique type. An angle is equal to or more than 30 degrees is known as a oblique fracture. Here less than 30 degrees, here more than 30 degrees is oblique fracture. This is the comminuted fracture. Here the fracture fragment are more than 2 or number fragments, means this breaks. Okay, butterfly shaped fractures also are included in this only. Now segmental fracture, see here how it is segmented into. The fracture can break into segments, and the segment could be 2 level, 3 level, or longitudinal, split, or comminuted. Okay. Now next one, bone loss. Last one is bone loss. Here this could be less than 50% bone loss, or more than 50% bone loss, or complete bone loss. We'll call as a bone loss this one. Now atypical type. This is the green stick. It is seen in children where the bone is elastic. The bone is elastic and easily bent, and there is a breaking of the cortex is seen. Cortex, the surface of the bone, due to easy bend, it is seen this type of green stick in children. Next one impacted. Here the fracture fragments are impacted, each are not separated. Next is stress or fatigue fracture. This is seen more in patients due to repeated stress on that particular ligament or particular bone. We'll see this stress fatigue type of fractures. Next one, pathological fracture. This is usually due to any diseases, so that it occurs in diseased bone and it is spontaneous. Next one, hairline or crack fracture. This is we can't see clinically, and this is like a fine break in the bone, which is difficult to diagnose clinically. Radiology like X-ray can be help, and we can see this hairline crack fracture. Next one, torus fracture. This is just a buckling of the outer cortex, like buckling of the outer cortex. This one, torus fracture. Buckling means to bend like that. I hope you understood this topic. Thank you for watching this video.